Hello students, welcome to mathematics class. Students, this is part 1 of the chapter comparing quantities. In this part 1, we will be recalling the word ratio and the word percentage. After recollecting the meaning of them, we will go for solving exercise questions of 8.1. Coming to the recollection of these words ratio and percentage, first we will look into the word ratio. Ratio is a method of or a means of comparing two quantities. If you wanted to compare any two quantities, we use effectively ratio. For example, a basket has two types of fruits. Let's say 20 apples are there in that and 5 oranges are there in that basket. Now, if you go for comparing them, obviously apples are more in number and oranges are less in number. Normally, you will say that since apples are 20 in number, I say apples are 4 times the oranges. How could you get the word 4 times? Apples are more, but how many times? How do you get that? If you divide 20 by 5, you will get 4, where I say apples are 4 times the number of oranges. So, normally you have seen comparison by difference, something like when a person got, let's say, 15 marks, another got 22 marks, then if Ramu gets 15 marks and Asif gets 22 marks, we compare. Asif got 7 marks more than Ramu, or we say Ramu got 7 marks less than Asif. This is the comparison by difference. But whereas here apples are 4 times the number of oranges. Here, if you observe, I am comparing by using quotient. Children, always remember, we get, when I divide 20 by 5, 4 is called quotient. So, I am comparing by using the quotient. In your lower classes, you have learnt comparison is done in two ways. One, comparison by using the difference. I have given example of Ramu and Asif for the comparison of difference. And here, in this case of apples and oranges, I am comparing by using their quotient. Generally, the ratio of the number of oranges to the number of apples, we take ratio of the number of oranges to the number of apples as 5:20. It is read as is to. Remember children, 5 is to 20. Here, what do you get? The 5 is to 20. It is again the quotient only, where I compared apples to oranges, which is 4 is to 1. Here I am comparing oranges to apples, which is 5 is to 20, in turn gives 1 is to 4. Remember children, this 1 is to 4 is one way, the quotient. When I divide 5 by 20, I get 1 by 4, which is the quotient. So, ratio is a means of comparing two quantities by using their quotient. Children, here I am giving that the comparison can be done by using that fraction. How that fraction will come? You know, when we divide 5 by 20, we get that fraction which we normally call as quotient. Children, here in the ratio 1 is to 4, 1 is to 4 is shown with this symbol. The number of oranges are 1/4 the number of apples. The same thing I took to make it easy way of comparing. Normally, generally, we say apples are 4 times the number of oranges. With that I started. Children, here this 1 is called, there is a special name for 1, means this first number, it is called antecedent. Okay, and this 4 is called in the ratio consequent. CONSEQUENT, consequent. So, in the ratio, the first number is called antecedent and second number is called consequent. Generally, ratio is read, the first number is to second number. Okay, antecedent is to consequent. What is the meaning of this ratio? It is one way comparing two quantities using their quotient. How do we get the quotient? When we do the division, we get the quotient. So, that is the meaning of ratio. I hope you got it clearly. Coming to the next, number of apples to the number of oranges. That ratio will be 20 is to 5, that is 4 upon 1, which means the number of apples is 4 times the number of oranges. This comparison can also be done using percentage. Now, let us go for this comparison can also be done using percentage. Now, we will go for the word meaning of the word percentage. Coming to the word percentage. Children, the word percentage is derived from the Latin words per centum, which means per 100. What is the meaning of per 100? 1 upon 100. This percentage is shown with the symbol, and this symbol is called percentage symbol, where the percentage symbol, this percentile symbol, this is called percentile symbol, is equal to 1 upon 100. Remember, this percentile symbol is equal to 1 upon 100. Whenever you come across the symbol, there you can even replace 1 upon 100. Let me give you example here for the old question, that is apples and oranges question. There are 5 oranges out of 25 fruits. So, percentage of oranges is 5 out of 25. So, this 5 out of 25 to be converted to the denominator 100. If I can convert any fraction as a fraction to the denominator 100, we can write that 20 upon 100, which is the fraction with the denominator 100, can be written as 20 into 1 by 100. That 20 into 1 by 100, that symbol 1 by 100 is, I am representing with the percentile symbol. So this numerator 20, instead of this 1 upon 100, I am writing percentile symbol. It is 20 percentage, or percentile symbol represents 1 by 100. So 5 out of 25 is 20 percentage. 5 out of 25 is 20 percentage. Now children, how do we convert some fraction into percentages? Remember, whenever any fraction is given, for example 3 by 4, okay, convert 3 by 4 into percentage. Someone asks you, what do? You just take 3 by 4, multiply it by 100. That means I am changing the numerator. If I want to have no change, I must multiply denominator also by 100. So I am multiplying 3 by 4 by 100 by 100. 100 by 100 is nothing but 1. So 3 by 4 into 1 is 3 by 4 only, na? That means I didn't do any changes. Now 100 by 100 can be written as 100 into 1 by 100. So what is this 1 by 100? I can say that 3 by 4 into 100 percentile symbol. Now 3 by 4 into 100 percentile symbol is nothing but 1 only, na? Why? Because this 100 into 1 by 100 is nothing but 1. That is what it is written as 100 into this 1 by 100, as instead of that I have written symbol percentile. Now whenever I multiply any fraction by 100 percentile symbol, then I can convert it into percentage. Here in this case, 4 ones are 4 25s are 3 into 25 gives 75, but with the percentile symbol. So 75 percentage is nothing but 3 by 4 fraction. Okay, so this is the method of converting any fraction into percentages. Then I'll go for wiping out this. If you want, you can note down passing the screen. Okay, I hope you have already noted down. Now I am going for wiping out all this. Yeah, here I have wiped out all the things. Coming to the another, by unitary method we can do the same work. Out of 25 fruits, number of oranges are 5. So out of 100 fruits, we have 5 out of 25 into 100. That means out of 100 fruits, 20 fruits are oranges. So the percentage of oranges will be 20. Now children, here since a basket of fruits contains only apples and oranges, so percentage of apples plus percentage of oranges should be 100, isn't it? So 100 percentage is just nothing but full. In that 100%. I have oranges. So, oranges being 20%, that means leftover apples should be 100 minus 20, that is 80%. So, this is what we consider percentage of apples plus 20 equals to 100. Therefore, percentage of apples will be 100 minus 20 gives 80. So, thus I can conclude that the basket has 20% of oranges and 80% of apples. Okay. So, this is how always we think in short. A full basket is 100%, which contains only two types of fruits, that is oranges and apples. If oranges are of 20%, then there must be apples leftover percentage, that is 100 minus 20 gives 80%. Okay. Then now coming to the example number 1. With this example number 1, I will explain most of the concepts that we have learned in your previous class 7th. First, a picnic is being planned in a school for the class 7th. Now, in class 7th, girls are 60% of the total number of students. If girls are 60% of the total number of students and are of 18 in number, so that means in that class how many total number of students are there? That would be a question. Now, read completely the question. Then there is another statement. This picnic is 55 kilometer. So, the picnic site is 55 kilometer away from the school, and the transport company is charging at the rate of rupees 12 per kilometer. And along with this, they need a food, that refreshment will be of costing rupees 4,280. Now, can you tell the ratio of the number of girls to the number of boys in the class? It is so easy, children. If girls are of 60%, definitely leftover. As I said, if 100% is full, in that girls 60%, definitely that rest of the percentage boys is 100 minus 60 is 40%. So, but I am asked to find the ratio of the number of girls to the number of boys. That means 60 is to 40. It's supposed to be, on cancellation, 3 is to 2 is the right answer. Without much calculations we do, but still as per the procedure we shall find the number of boys first. You know, number of girls are 18. Here, assuming that, let the total number of students in the class 7th be X. Therefore, 60% of X is equals to 18. 18 girls. That means 60 by 100. You know, half symbol is nothing but into X equals to 18. Now, on cancellation, 0, 0, 2 3s are 2 5s are, that means 3 upon 5 into X equals to 18. X equals to 18 into 5 by 3. On cancellation, you will have 3 6 are 6 into 5 30. Therefore, the total number of students in the class is 30. Now, out of 30 students, 18 are girls, so rest of the number of students, that is 12, are boys. So now I got number of boys. Now here ratio of the number of girls to the number of boys is 18 is to 12. If you cancel with the 6 3s are 6 2s are, it gives 3 is to 2. So the same answer I got it here also. Okay. Now you can write conclusion, ratio of the number of girls to the number of boys is 18 is to 12, that implies 3 is to 2. That is the procedural steps. This is a quick way of thinking with the terms of percentage only straight away. 60% is to 40%, because rest boys only. If 60% are girls, then rest 40% must be boys. So 60 is to 40 is 3 is to 2. Okay, that is a quick way of thinking. Now coming to the, in this question, second part. So in this question there is a second sub question, the cost per head if the two teachers are also going with the class. Now children, cost per head if you want to find out, remember 55 kilometer is one way journey. So total cost I am calculating. First, cost on both ways, okay, cost on both ways for the transport, okay, plus cost of refreshment. Now 55 kilometers you go in one way, that means 110 kilometers you will go in two ways, and this is the number of kilometers. Next, see children, you are having here transport company charging at the rate of 12 rupees per kilometer, that means into 12 will become the cost for transport, plus, and cost of refreshment is rupees 4280. Now 12 110s are 1320 plus 4280. Now this is 5600 rupees is the total cost. Now total number of people traveling is 30 students plus here 2 teachers are joining. So 2 teachers, that means total 32 are traveling. So cost per head will be 5600 divided by 32, whereas if you do 5600 divided by 32 gives rupees 175 per head being the cost. So this is how we solve this second part of the question. Now coming to the third part of the question. In this question, third part is, if their first stop is at a place of 22 kilometer from the school, what percent of the total distance of 55 kilometer is this? That means he is asking us to find the percentage of 22, find the percentage 22 out of 55. So he is asking us to convert 22 by 55 into percentages. For that, as I have already said, we will multiply by 100 percentile symbol. 11 2s are 11 5s are, so 5 1s are 5 20s are, so 2 into 20 becomes 40 percentage. So the percent of the total distance out of 55 kilometers, this 22 will be 40%. Now what percent of the distance is left over to be covered? So out of 100, 40% has already been covered, therefore 60% is left over of the distance is left to be covered. So out of 100, if I take total distance to be covered as 100, in that 100, 40% is already covered, that means left over 60% to be yet to be covered. So this is how we solve this question. I hope you have understood all the concepts what you have learnt in your previous class 7th with this example number 1. Here I am giving you, try this as a part of your homework. So pause the screen, do this, try this question on your own in your classwork notebook. With this, I will wind up this session. We will discuss exercise questions of 8.1 in our next session. Till then, take care of yourself. Jai Hind. Thank you.